So being the 3rd of July and all, I figured why not get an early start on getting Spud I Nator 2.0 ready to go for the 4th of July tomorrow up at Camino Island. If you've ever been up to Camino Island on the 4th of July, it's pretty easy to get away with things like potato guns because it's a war zone up there. There's bangs and booms and stuff. So anyway, I'm getting the potato gun set up, ready to go, making sure it's put back together and all things are working, and I came across this thing not running. This is the internal circulation fan. It is 12 volt DC brushless motor, which is important, and it just wasn't running. Not a big deal. I'm sure I'd be able to still get probably 95% shot rates with it, but I'd still like to have one running. So of course I figured, well, what the hell, I'll see if I can come up with something. I don't have one exactly like it. Didn't particularly like the way it was mounted, so I figured, what the hell, see what I can do. It's only the 3rd of July, right? So I did come up with something, and I almost made a big mistake, and I'll show you that one here in a second. I almost put a brushless motor in it. I won't bother showing it to you, but almost put a brushed motor in it, excuse me. I actually went through the process of figuring out how to mount it. I was getting ready to get it wired and get it mounted, and realized I can't put a brush motor inside the combustion chamber of a propane powered potato gun. Went to go to circulate the fuel, and I'd set the thing off. So I didn't do that, and took a step back and figured, okay, I'm just not going to have a circulating fan in there. Stumbled across another fan I had, quite a bit smaller, but I think it'll do the job just fine. And it looks cool for the very brief amount of time that you can actually see inside the potato gun, which obviously you won't be able to do when it's firing, which is one of the reasons I'm going to make this short little video. So let me reposition the camera and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, you are looking at the inside of Spud I Nator 2.0. The front end of the barrel, or excuse me, of the main firing chamber, or combustion chamber I should say, comes off. Designed it that way deliberately, so if I did need to access the inside of it, I could do it so. Thankfully so. And you can see that thing in the center is the new circulating fan. A little bit different setup than I had before. Should work. Be interested to see how long this lasts. Certainly in an environment that it wasn't designed to be in, but we'll see. Kind of curious if the manufacturer would be interesting for me to tell them how long it lasts. And then you can also see the inside. You can see the pipe that goes through. This is the injection manifold, for lack of a better term, for the propane. Connected here. It's got a valve for turning it on and off. And turn the valve on, inject about 2.5 seconds worth of propane, close the valve, and then go through the firing sequence. And the kind of cool thing about this fan, not that you'll ever see it, but I'll show you here. It lights up all pretty. So, like I said, not that you'll ever see that, but knowing it happens, well, it doesn't really do much, but what the hell. Anyway, I plan on going over this, kind of the design build, how this came to be, and believe it or not, it all started with a cam lock coupler that I picked up probably 20 years ago at a junk shop, just for the heck of it. Decided to figure out one day, just poking around in the garage, what can I do with this? And Spud I Nator 1.0 was born about 2 months later. Anyhow, have a safe 4th. If this is on the 5th or afterwards, I hope you had a safe 4th.